The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And he makes the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed.
Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Got room on the return. He's at the 20. Steps out of bounds right at the 17-yard line after the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
And he added the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. UCLA will go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And they're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Bruins decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll return it from the 50. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Roman. Got his man on the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Got a little space. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick handoff. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Roman. Going for 6. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll run play action. He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, TCU. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. A top 5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just know where to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Jordan. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. There he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Jordan. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Bruins! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Off play action. Steps away to find some room. Holds it in on the left. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets it out quickly. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. after getting knocked back. It's 2nd and goal from the 4. The receiver on the jet sweep. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going right to work up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Under fire. Wide open downfield. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 30. He's at the touchdown, Horned Frogs. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Timeout, UCLA.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on 1st down. Rushes on him. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, UCLA.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Ooh, that's a great tackle by the linebacker. If he doesn't make that play on the running back catching the ball on the flat, that might be a big gainer. Nice job with fundamental tackling defensively.
Throwing right. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Between the uprights, it's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin City limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The gift to the back. Turning it on. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. And the Horned Frogs are in the red zone. Got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Roman. Tight end finds a soft spot. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
Breaks the tackle. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
To the air on second down. Bringing the heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, on that interception, the quarterback had time to go through his progression. There was nothing open downfield, so he went to the running back for a check down. He was just late getting it there, and the defender was able to jump the throw and get the pick.
Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They'll leave it with the lone back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Horned Frogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. To throw, it's Roman. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get down the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. to pass. Working that left side. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Wants to keep it in the air. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen two big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the right. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Offense now in the red zone.
And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Bruins in the hurry-up. They'll give it to the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking downfield, it's Roman. Pocket breaking down. He's open on the right. Touchdown, TCU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34.
1st and 10.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To give to the running back from the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Second down coming up. He might want another play. Going to swing it on second down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going